I guess before,
Yeah, I'm just gonna get.
before
Mm. Oh,
this week's announcement, you had these sort of, particularly on the CSR 300, you
oh,
had an
the
inflection point.
the Demark 13s, right?
Yeah, yeah. Well, that was for obviously the CSR 300, but HSR, HSCR actually broke their downtrends in August. So you
Mm.
actually saw more constructive price action in these two indices at the end of August, essentially. Um,
Oh,
so, they broke out. This was last week's breakout. And obviously, you've had the
is
acceleration.
there a breakout? I'm just looking at that dotted line at 20,000, right? It looks like a sell soon, right? Or at
Well,
least,
just to go back to what we were saying
yeah.
last week, the upside target was 20,400, basically to trade back to the 2023 highs
Oh,
and the
okay.
May highs, but momentum's still confirming it. So there's every chance that you could
Oh,
trade back to, the 22,600 area.
this is so strange. I mean, I haven't even felt the rally. It's already almost done. Maybe it's my sector.
When it's at this point of resistance, but doesn't mean that it's done, right? Because momentum is
Yeah.
still confirming it. You could
Yes,
trade,
yes.
like I say, up to 23,000.
Oh,
So,
but I meant fundamentally, it does not make
all
any
right,
sense at all,
all right,
right?
yep,
Yeah, yeah. Because if you look at all these guys who are about to report, it's horrific.
right,
I mean, I can see the profit warnings happening, but of course, those are backward looking, right? Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Okay, cool, cool. But anyway, I wanted to ask your views, right? Because I know you have a China macro tomorrow, so I'll leave that for tomorrow. But maybe I just ask for two stocks first, right? In China,
yep.
we'll rotate it 1093 and 300765. That's in a way,
Just
right?
let that open there. 1093. Let's just
Yeah. And I see some junk like IR also rallying like crazy. Yeah.
so there's three things I'll run you through, but just let me mark.
There's divergence, right? But that one was so bad. Nobody dared to bottom fish.
No,
Uh,
so the first thing I wanted to highlight is that, this
mm,
breakdown here
yeah.
into the lows that you made
Oh,
basically at the end of August, momentum did confirm it. And the downside target, as you can see here, was 380.
4.2. Oh, 380? Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
that
yeah,
was
yeah, yeah.
that was that's the measured move on that. But what's negated
Yeah. Was
that
a second
downside
testing.
was the marginal new lows with RSI not confirming it. So you've rebound basically back into
Mm.
the trading range that you've had prior. Now there's resistance by the 50-day, which is
Oh, sorry. Is it
530.
is it already in the trading range or is it still hovering
It's yesterday closed at it, and today it's within the
above
trading
it?
range. So we don't know where it
Ah,
closes today, but assuming today's close is
yeah, yeah.
you know, likely to put it back into that trading range. So yeah, 538's resistance, and then you're basically looking at $6.
Oh, this one has a catalyst. That's why I am even bothering. But we got burned on this, so I'm not sure I come back. Okay. 300,765.
So again, this had multiple divergences
But
as you would.
it went through the support like nothing. That's the why I was puzzled. Yeah.
Well, it never had momentum confirming it.
Oh,
So
so
this
so
is the
okay.
divergence that you've had since July, basically, right?
I see.
Just draw this up so you can maybe see it clearer.
Mm. And when was the last test? That was yesterday, right? Even though
Well,
it closed above.
yesterday, interesting, you had an intraday reversal, right?
Yes.
So traded low but closed towards the highs of the session, and today's
Ah,
the follow through.
I should have watched this. But why is the RSI like so sharply up? Just because the 10% up today, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, okay. That's interesting. And
Remember,
then
remember these days here, while it trended lower, were the rate of change or the daily change was relatively small. So having a
yeah.
10% move, and this RSI is assuming it closes where it is now, right?
Mm.
So let's say that you only close up 2%, this RSI will be probably at 44, not 57, right?
All right.
So yeah, I mean it is dependent on today's close, but
Got it. And where's the
I think
resistance?
I think the
Yeah.
point is you've got divergence
Yeah.
and real resistance is the 200-day and the highs that you
28.
made
Yeah.
in July.
Okay, got it. No, then I'm going to go for it.
Yep.
Thank you. Okay, that's awesome. Yeah. Can we take a look at Lily Novo? Actually no. Let's do this the indices, right? Because I was trying to short the XBI. So XLV XBI. Yeah. And ironically, right, while I was waiting for you to confirm it, I should email you. This thing moved like 2 days in a row. And sometimes the
Which,
index is very little,
right.
like yeah. XBI, XLV.
Sorry, this system's just a bit slow here.
Yeah, no problem. The funny thing is, this China move is without political change. So
Yeah, well,
I
I mean,
think I've been through this 4 times already.
well, let me just sort of share.
Yeah.
This is XBI that you've got up here. Maybe let me just finish XBI because it was your question. I mean, you can clearly see you failed at overhead resistance again
Yes.
at basically 102. You do have a low momentum reading on that recent retest. But as far
is the
as
most recent high a high? That was why I wasn't sure
it's
about.
at the same level, right? These
Yeah.
three peaks are basically at the same level, but the RSIs are lower.
All right. Got it. Got it.
I mean, again, I wouldn't be looking for a major breakdown because it looks like you've been range bound for the past 3 months, 200-day and the lower
Yes.
boundary.
But if
does
it
give
breaks
you,
the 90, then it's a big deal, right?
well, it then,
Oh, I mean,
this
on the
is
lower
more
side.
sort of
Yeah.
ranging, takes you down to 80
Oh,
as
okay.
neck support. But longer term, you've still got this sort of much larger consolidation pattern, right?
Yes, that's right.
I mean,
Is this a short to you? It's a small short, funding short, right?
I think it's a funding short rather than a directional. Like, if this fell down to probably the 1992, depending on what the rest of risk is doing, I'd probably look at covering it there.
Yeah. Or see how the momentum is. But if it breaks above 103, it's different, right? And then get stopped there, right? Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, this is the point on China, right? This looks at HSCI, MSCI China relative to what Japan did from 89 to 92.
Yeah.
But even if you ignore Japan as the analog, Hong Kong and MSCI China, the two big sort of policy attempts to support had 50% rallies, right? So, that takes you back. What we should be looking at as potential targets is 8,000 on HSCI and 22,600 to 23,000 on HSI. So we've just looked at structurally, as you say, nothing's changed. But from the rebounds that you've seen for these policy reactions before, the top of the range is higher than the May highs, which you're testing today, right?
Yeah. Okay. This is very helpful.
Yep.
XLV. I just updated my whole indices com sheet, so I have new stuff actually.
Right.
Yeah.
Takes.
Is it not here?
Should be here.
Oh yeah, I found it. Yeah. It's in the middle, middle left. Yeah.
So, I mean, the two breakouts are still intact, and the highs that you made on the 5th of September is still confirmed, and the 50-day is, initial support.
Oh, and how is it relative to index? You're at the bottom?
Well, it's been underperforming.
Oh, I'm surprised. Oh, okay, the index has come back.
Well, I mean, I'll show you another chart here. Sorry, just give us a sec. This is US cyclicals versus defensive. So healthcare is in defensive. That was cyclicals underperforming.
Yeah.
And what you've seen this week is that cyclicals have broken out versus defensives.
Oh, it's broken out. Okay.
The
Okay.
cyclical,
Yeah.
cyclical versus defensives. Yeah.
But that's post rate cuts. It's still going. That's what it's saying,
Well,
right?
it's post rates cuts and it's with China's stimulus. So
All
obviously all
right.
the resource names rallied overnight.
Ah,
So
no
that's
wonder.
obviously still in the cyclical basket, right?
That's why I'm not seeing the XBI. It should have been like a cyclical, but it's breaking down, right? So it's something else. I see. I see. Okay. That's helpful. Can we take a look at SXDP? This is a new ticker. This is the European XLV. It's an index.
SX was it
DP,
DP?
DP, drug index. Yeah, drug index. Yeah. This one had a horrific September. Next time I will look into this one. Yeah. Oh, it looks pretty bad, huh?
Um, well, I don't have divergence, interestingly. So just a few things
Mm.
that stand out to me. Emphasize the point here.
Oh, what the heck? I wish I had saw this.
So this
Mm,
the original breakout still has 1331 on the upside.
and momentum sort of confirmed it, right?
Momentum confirmed it. So, I would say the 200-day moving average is going to come in line with the lows
Ah,
that you made in July, August. So basically 1179 um, to 1180 is a support area that I suspect should hold.
okay. And it should get back to the 1300,
It
right?
should retest the highs,
Yeah.
with momentum having
And you
confirmed.
know, guess what? The culprit for this too is actually Astra and Novo
Yeah,
in the month of November and the month of
yeah.
September. Yeah. Can we take a look at Astra and Novo? Yeah.
Well, obviously Novo, the key thing is still these lows here, right? So yesterday at least,
Yes, was pretty bullish, right? Yeah.
well, I mean, it wasn't the biggest reversal, but at least it respected that, that 820 support area.
Mm,
I mean, you can see the relatives underperforming, right? And
mm.
versus Lily, it's underperforming. But, best case scenario is that you have a trading range or you continue to hold in this range that you've seen since late July.
Mm.
But
Okay,
yeah,
I see.
that this remains significant. I can't say I have any sort of high conviction that we can have an imminent breakout from here, and you probably need time to
Digest it.
consolidate. So I think,
Yeah.
yeah, probably the best case scenario is that you actually
Bounce back into the
for the
middle of
next
range. Yeah.
next 2 months you actually continue just to respect this trading range, and that can then work off uh, the immediate downside risk, basically.
But is this a divergence, a buy divergence that's about to
Well,
form?
it
Not
hasn't
really.
made a new low, right? So you would
So no,
if
right?
you yeah, I mean, if you let's say this day Monday's trade closed at 800, let's say,
Yeah.
and then yesterday's candle is the same, it bounced back. That would have
Yeah.
been a divergence, right? But the
I
fact that you
see.
didn't close below hasn't given us the
So it's
divergence.
ironic, huh? So people are trying to buy Bernie Sanders, because the CEO was grilled in Congress yesterday, like a tech
Yeah, yeah,
CEO.
yeah.
There was
Yeah.
an overhang clearance, but
Yep.
ironically, that sort of killed the divergence that should have formed, right? That's what happened, right?
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. That's annoying. Okay. Could we take a look at Lily and then Astra and Daiichi? Yeah.
I'm just going to go to Astra because it's here, and then I'll go to Lily. Also, no divergence, but you're in the support zone, which includes the 200-day.
Yeah.
So, yeah, without the divergence, the only thing you can think of is potentially for a manufactured trade by using the 200-day as a stop level.
Mhm. But
But
still no divergence, right?
like I say, this is low.
Yeah.
It's because of the I know
Yeah.
divergence, you manufacturing the trade.
And what does it take to make a divergence? I'm just trying to understand the what
Well,
can
you,
resume the
you
bull
you
run.
you would need to get a bounce and then new lows to set up a divergence, right? Because momentum's confirming the lows.
Oh,
But I mean, you can see that didn't come with a divergence, right? So it doesn't have to happen. This did come with a divergence. So
Ah,
yeah, you
yes,
did get
yes.
a bounce, and then you got new lows,
Oh yeah, the
divergence.
the
And
February super scare didn't come with a
it,
divergence, right? Yeah.
this one didn't come with a divergence, which is the lows that you made in February 23, but the
Mm,
prior one did. So yeah, man,
mm,
that's why I say the only thing, if you liked it fundamentally, yes, we can manufacture a trade here because we've got a pretty obvious support zone.
mm. Okay, okay. Got it. This is very helpful. Can we look at uh Lily and then Daiichi?
Yeah,
Sorry to
so I
be
mean,
hopping around. Yeah.
Lily's, no change,
No change anything,
and
right?
been
Yeah.
pretty resilient, holding up
Yeah.
above the 200-day. I mean, what I'll do for you, just go Nova. The US ADR is Nova A, is it? Or is it just
NVO.
Nova
NVO.
NVO?
Yeah. This one looks like a better buy, but of
Just
course, I'm guessing it will follow the
well,
European
well,
one.
well, what I want to do is just compare Lily
Yeah, the
to
over
this is Lily
outperformance, right?
to
Yeah, someone
well,
read
yeah,
this
and
yesterday.
it sort of continues, right?
Amazing. Yeah.
So I mean, it's not because this is breaking out; it's just holding up in the range where Nova is at the bottom end of that range.
Oh, you can just open up the relative performance as
Well,
a
this is
chart,
this
right?
is it.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, in absolute terms,
Yeah.
here you also don't have a divergence, and in dollar terms, that support area is basically at
Mm,
118.80 to 120.
got it. Got it. Okay. Okay. This is very helpful. Um, sorry, could you look at Daiichi? Yeah. Daiichi
So,
Chugai.
I mean, again, this now one closed
Mm.
below the 200-day, and then that was followed up with the close below the August lows.
So this means it's going to 4,500. It might, right?
Yeah, and momentum like AstraZeneca is not showing signs of slowing downside. So 44, 41, 44.50 is basically your next target area.
Mm. Oh, it's a range, right?
Well, you
Because
can
there's
see
a
that
gap.
it's,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, you can see that the lows and the upper boundary of the
Yeah.
second half of last year's trading range
Yeah.
is where your next price level comes in.
Ah, okay. This is painful, but okay. 4,519. Yeah. Yeah. To the far right. Yeah. Far right. Yeah. A bit more. Yeah. That's right.
So divergence rebounding back, RSI, doesn't look like you're going to confirm it. So you basically want to be taking profits towards 74.56.
Hmm. Okay. Got it. And then sorry. Seven. What's that? 4,578. 4,578. All too far. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You just passed it in the middle, right in the middle of the page. Yeah. Yeah.
So divergence still in place. The one small thing is that you're getting support at the 50-day,
Yes. Pretty solid, huh? Yeah.
but there's no divergence. So again, you can manufacture a trade, but not a high conviction.
Yeah. So using the 50-day, right? As a
Yep,
yeah,
as a
okay.
stop or
That's
risk
it's annoying.
management. Yeah.
Yeah, 4,543.
So this is still in that narrow range, right? 2,500, 2,560 in the bottom end, and basically the top end at 2,850.
Okay, so but oh, and you broke the 50-day today, right? But the
Yeah, but I
200 is
mean,
right
it's
below.
it's pretty irrelevant
Yeah,
because just look, the 50-day hasn't been respected both as support or resistance because of this narrow range. So I
yes.
wouldn't put a lot of emphasis on that.
Yeah.
But
But
as
if it
far
breaks the
as,
200 and then
well,
the
again,
yeah.
you've been above and below it. So what's
All right.
important here is basically the 2,500, 2,520 area. And
You're right.
and
You're
on the
right.
upside, the importance is 2,850.
Okay. Awesome. Then sorry, I'm gonna go to two shots. AMG and Amgen in the US, right? And then Roche. Yeah.
So remember RSI on a closing basis. So this does look like a divergence then.
Mm.
or the closes are at least at the similar level, and the RSI is clearly at a lower level.
I know
And
this I was looking at it last night. I wasn't sure whether to use that super spike.
well, I
Yeah.
mean, always think of RSI calculated on close, right?
Closing. Yeah. So I should
Um,
look at in a on a candle, right? I should look
well, I
at a
mean,
closing. Yeah.
well, I think to keep it simple, right? If you get something like that that has those big tails, just switch this to a line chart because that just takes the close,
Oh, right.
and then
Yes.
it's
Yes.
far clearer, right? Because you can see now.
Ah, you're right.
So yeah, I mean, it
Yeah, it's a
doesn't
new
always
price
happen that
high.
you get those tails, but you can see even if you say, well, it's the same closing level, right? I mean, it's marginally
Mm,
higher, but even if it's at the same, you clearly have a divergence, right?
that's
But you
perfect.
you
Yeah.
also have a pretty distinct, level to limit or have a stop level at
Yes.
340 or 341.
Yeah. Okay. ROG.
That's in Europe, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So
ROG.
yeah, sure. So I mean, we haven't seen follow through to the downside, but momentum confirmed the lows in September, and as long as you stay below the 50-day,
Mm,
the risk does still look down to the 243 to 246
I
area.
know, but this thing has been resilient, huh?
Yeah, it
Just
has. It
annoying.
has. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Sorry, I have a new ticker in Japan. This is a 4151. And I'm gonna assume it closes here, right? How bad can it go? Yeah. Wow. The
It's
range is so
still
wide that your charts can't really draw properly. Yeah.
no, it's just still loading.
Oh, it's still loading.
Sometimes
I
it's still
see.
loading and then it doesn't anchor the.
Ah,
So
okay.
so there is, I mean, there is support down here at
25,
25.40,
40.
but there's not going to be an RSI divergence. So what you'd expect to see is a bounce and then potential retest. I mean, I think it was Europe. You saw some of these names they bounced.
Yeah.
Some
No,
of
no,
them
that was US.
retested. It
The
was US.
US
So
EW and yeah, okay.
yeah. So think of this one
No, but this one
more in
wouldn't.
line.
This one is actually a terrible shit. That's why I'm but I've seen like numbers go as low as like 2200,
Right.
1700. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, so here you had the gap down, you had the bounce, and then you retested. So,
Has
that would be the best
divergence.
case. That would be the best case
Yeah.
on how it plays out going forward. But, as it stands right now, the only thing I can
It's
give you is,
2540, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
yep.
I think that's where I'll cover. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Very helpful. Oh, we're still quite a range of, well, actually we're 100 yen away, so not much. Okay. Then we're good. Okay, let me just go back to our normal tickers, right? Let me just finish up Japan. 1 minute. So let's say uh a 4901. Oh, sorry, since you're at CSL, can we just do that first?
Yeah, I mean, so it looks like
Breakdown, huh?
yeah, I mean, where it is right now, it actually has reversed off the session's lows.
Mm.
There's no divergence. So, I mean, to me,
Which is bizarre.
it
Yeah.
looks vulnerable that you actually hold below 291 and you trade back to the bottom end of the range that you had in the first half of this year,
That
which
is
is at
what we should buy at, right? Yeah.
272. Yeah.
Okay. CSL is terrible. Okay. 4901. Would you film?
Yeah. So when you retested the highs, you do have a divergence and it's rolling back. So
But still holding up okay, right? In a sense.
yeah, I mean, the upside's limited. You probably, well, you
We'll
got first support at the 50-day. So
yeah.
yeah, definitely no momentum to the upside. So
Okay. So it's a neutral. Yeah, I see. Okay.
almost a funding short too, with
Mm,
limited upside momentum.
yeah. 4503 and 4507. Oh, all these are okay. ASI, whatever, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, so limited upside since you've had that slowing upside momentum, and best case scenario now you have a trading range where the 200-day and the lows in September is your first support at 1633.
Mm. But well, how is it resilient? As in, even though did that form a divergence? No, right?
Well, there's a divergence at the peak. There's not a
Yes.
divergence at the lows.
Okay.
So, range bound is at best, and it does look like you probably retest 1633.
1633. Got it. Got it. That's awesome. 4507. Oh, this one. ASI. Yeah. Yeah. Whichever. Yeah.
So trading range 5,900 to that 6,900, and
Mm.
I mean, if anything, it's weaker within that range.
Yes. Should trade downwards. Or at least a funding shot, right? Yeah. Okay. 4523.
And momentum confirmed the lows. It's been capped by the 50-day. It's rolling over again. It does look like it trends down to retest the lows that you made in August.
5,000. Yeah, this is awesome. I'm seriously shocked this one. Okay.
Yep.
And 4528.
So
This
I
one's
mean,
like a Pfizer, right? Or BMY.
there's still a downside target there of 1855.
Oh, yeah, yeah. That's awesome.
And there's no divergence yet.
Yeah, but when it gets there, I should be looking at taking profit, right? Yeah. Okay. 7701. Oh, this one I missed the whole ride.
I mean, we're running back into this. We should retest the highs, would be 0.1, but you're likely to get a divergence there, right?
Yeah, we'll look to short this. Now, this is a China play. Bizarre.
Yep.
Okay. And then 7733. It's Olympus. Yeah, that's right.
So, you retested 2,700 again. You have slowing upside momentum. So
Relative to which peak? May, right? Or June, early June.
This
Yeah.
was the maximum momentum peak in June.
Yeah.
You
Tried it
retested
again.
a high in July.
Yeah.
You retested the high in August, and you're basically back there now.
Ah, so this might be a short, right? Can be a
Well,
short.
I think it is. Particularly using 2710 as a stop level.
Yes. Okay, that's awesome. That's very helpful as well. 6869 Sysmex. Oh yeah, it's in 5 taps to the right of the current one. Yeah, left. Yeah, that's the one.
Another resistance area at 2853, and another one with the price momentum divergence.
Oh my goodness. I almost tried to go long this thing today. Okay, 7747. Oh yeah, just one tap to the left. Just one tap to the left.
But yeah, you've already had the divergence.
Yes.
And basically, there is support here, 200-day at 2,461, and the upper boundary of the range, basically at 2,500.
But there's no buy divergence at all,
There's no
right?
divergence. I mean, it looks like it falls back into the range. So if you're short, I'll probably stay short.
But what about the last breakout? I thought there was a price like Fibonacci up.
There was a divergence here. So
Oh, okay, so it's been cancelled. Okay.
well, it just says it's weak. That's
Yeah.
But I mean, you have come back to retest this level. You can use the 200-day as a stop level if you like it fundamentally to manufacture a trade, but obviously you don't have any slowing downside momentum currently.
Understood. Okay, fine. This is oh, and then we go with Japan. Sorry, I'm just going to throw in two China number, right? Beijing. I know you call this one dramatically. ADRs. Yeah. BGNE and LEGN. Oh, you have exactly these tabs.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I
Okay,
mean, so
this one. Is it a
this
short?
was the breakouts,
Yeah.
and this is the. So I think there's still a little bit more to go.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
Um,
Before it
and
gets
yeah,
another.
I mean the price is rising, hasn't made a new high yet. So you know, yeah, I think it's too early to have it as a high conviction short. Um,
Understood. Yeah.
and
No, but
241 is the
it's a
upside.
great call, right? I don't even know what happened to rally. Yeah. And
Yeah,
this
yeah.
one? Yeah.
So this one, looks like RSI is confirming this
Oh, can
move.
you maximize this screen just so I'll be able to snap it later? Yeah. Oh, it's a confirmed downward, huh?
Yeah, so I mean it's fallen back into this
Yeah, trading range.
trading range, and the bottom end of that range is essentially $39 to $40.
I will remind myself to buy it here. Okay, then we're good. Can we go to the Europe side? I just want to make sure I cover. Okay. Um, NOVN, NOVN, and SAN and MRK.
So, fallen back into the trading range, post the divergence, so back below 101, and
Mm.
support is the 200-day and the lows that you made in August, basically at 91.
But would you say the 50-day is respected? It
I
seems to
mean,
cling on there.
again, because
Yeah,
of this range, I'm
yeah.
not putting a lot of
Emphasis. Yeah.
yeah on the 50-day being
It's not
significant.
breaking down either. That's what I was thinking. Should I
Well,
cover? Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, the thing is, if this traded to the bottom of the range, it's still worth holding the short because that's almost 9%, right?
Yeah, okay. That makes sense. Okay. SAN and MRK in Europe, yeah.
Now, this is still holding the breakout with momentum having confirmed the highs, and you get a 121, 122 upside target.
What the hell? Okay, okay. This is bizarre. Okay. Yeah, let's do GSK, sorry. GSK. Oh, this is a breakdown.
Well,
That
at the
was
very
I.
least, we come back to retest
Yeah.
the support zone.
Hmm.
Now,
It's almost there. Yeah.
yeah, we're almost there. Yesterday, you had an intraday reversal, so it does look like some buyers have stepped in around the support zone.
Hmm. But is this bullish by any method? There's nothing to do here, right?
You can manufacture a trade using the support areas, but as
Yeah, but
far as
the
high
short is
conviction,
tiny.
no.
Yeah, okay, understood. Yeah, LONN.
Do you want to do Merck or not?
Yes, LONN first. Yeah, they go by market cap. So to the left, to the left, left. Yeah, that's right. LONN. So very narrow range.
Yeah, narrow range, but still respecting 521, still having had momentum confirm those highs.
Oh, this
Let's
one,
still look
the,
for a move to
yeah,
595 to 600.
the 600 is so hard to get there. Okay, Merck, MRK. This one, yeah, you briefed me. Yeah, I'll just see how it
It
expands.
does look like it trades down to the bottom end of the range, which is at
Oh,
146.
and possibly forms a divergence then, right?
Potentially, but you would need to get a bounce in between that to get the RSI at a higher level. So,
Yeah.
like this to get that divergence like you had last time.
Oh, okay. SRT tree. Oh, yeah, that's right. There it is.
Yeah, I mean, this is an interesting one because you had the divergence. There has traced out a base set up here, but
Yes.
to actually confirm that, you need a break above 262 to
Mm.
263.
But the safest will be buy this at 211, right? There's nothing to do here.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, I think, you can see I've drawn this higher lows, which suggest that
Uh,
buyers have stepped in. So, the
yeah,
the
it's
the
almost
last,
there now. Yeah.
you basically had it, if you believe the story here and it's turning around, we keep the series that every pullback
Mm.
has been bought, and that should suggest that the 224 to 225 area holds.
That's awesome. Okay. Then SHL and ALC. Oh, sorry. Well, you're at this, right? Let's do an AFX. Let's do an AFX. In the left, to the left, left. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah. This one's just trying to play, see whether we can get something there.
Well, I mean, you had the divergence into this. You had the bounce
Yeah,
yesterday.
fail
I
again
mean,
and then bounce a weak close. Yeah.
yeah, I mean, it wasn't a great close, but the divergence is in place that, 67 gets tested.
Mm. Interesting. But okay. Okay, that's helpful. Yeah, then SHL and ALC.
So
Oh,
26.47 and 27.74. So we do, in fact, it's marginal, but this last decline back to retest this 47.80 area
yeah,
does set up a
set up a
divergence.
divergence.
And, the close here is lower than all these closes. So that's where the divergence is.
Yeah, and that's why it's starting to bounce, right?
Yep. Yep.
Amazing. Okay, fine. ALC.
So divergence at the peak here looks like we should remain range bound.
Okay. But it is a high conviction shot. It can't run.
Again, I think, I mean, for all these cases, when you get divergences, we have to use the highs as a stop level, right?
Yes, in case it breaks out. Yeah.
Yep. So
Okay.
it does have the divergence. So you're at the inflection point, and fairly close to that peak. So yeah, you're limiting your risk on shorting it here.
Yeah. SOON. This one I'm actually short. Soon. Yeah.
Which one
Yeah.
was that?
Yeah.
Soon.
That's one.
Yeah.
Yes.
So yeah, I mean, you've had the divergence. Interesting thing, it does look like the 50-day, you got some kind of reaction to this support zone yesterday.
Mm.
So you want to, I mean, to add to the short, I think you want to see a break below the 282 area.
Yeah. This one is bizarre. It's really holding up. Okay.
Yeah.
STMN. Yeah, in the middle. Right in the middle of the tab. Yeah. Yeah, that's the one.
So basically, would look for this to stay range bound here. You basically at the top end of the range where this 128, 130 area holds, and
Mm.
you do have some support at 115.
Oh, but this is a short, right? Because the divergence is
Yeah,
in place.
yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. Okay, then I haven't done this for a while. PHIA, is it here? Phillips.
Let's see it really somewhere here.
Yeah, whatever it is. Yeah. Just get it all covered this time.
So remember the closing levels here at 25, your closing
Yeah.
levels higher, and so is your RSI. So, I mean, even if I ignore the spike,
Yeah.
you've got divergences from here to here, and you
Oh,
do
yes.
have, the 28 to that intraday high of 29 as resistance.
Mm.
So stock should remain range bound and upside limited to that 29.30 area.
Oh, that's very helpful. Okay. And then FME just to the left.
There's nothing of note on this one.
Hmm.
Mm,
I'm
Bit
just
of a
trying to draw
messy
it up.
trading range, but 33 to 42 basically as a trading range.
Yeah, okay. Sometimes it breaches it and come back, right? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, then we move on to the US, but before that, I forgot there's this US name, STAA, just to benchmark to China related. Oh no, we already have that in the US side. It's related to AFX. One. So bounce on China, right?
Yeah, well, it doesn't quite have that divergence, but clearly stabilized around this midpoint.
Mm.
You basically got a 26 to 37 type trading range.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the 26, 27 or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so nothing there. All right, that's awesome. Cool. Can we take a look at US then? Merck, AbbVie, and I should have bought Pfizer and BMY. These kind of things is no fundamental reason to buy them, right?
the Merck, the risk
Oh,
still remains to the downside, and you're still getting capped.
yeah. But the 110 is the new bottom, right? Not the 106 anymore.
Well,
Uh,
I mean,
we bounced
it does
once.
it could, it failed here again. That measured move is still 106, and we don't know if a divergence forms here. But yes, 110 is your first support area, but 106
Mm,
as a downside target is still valid.
I see. I see. It's still valid. Okay, that's awesome. That's Merck. ABBV. That one was a short last time. Let's see if it worked out. Yeah,
And it's
marginally. Yeah,
it's grounded, but no real
no real action either way. Yeah, it's
action.
supposed to
Yeah,
be defensive.
the 50 days at 189. If you break below that, you can see some downside momentum pick up.
Got it. Um, J&J, PFE, and BMY.
There's a small divergence that's formed here. But I mean, so one point obviously is that the stock's been in a cyclical range for some time, right?
Mm.
Second point would be that you did get a divergence here. You have corrected, but it does look like the 50-day is
Oh,
acting as
yeah,
some kind of support. So, I mean, I can't say anything from a high conviction
yeah,
profile there.
yeah. Okay, I see. PFE and BMY.
You still have the base, the breakout, and the 200-day still acting as support.
Yeah.
And momentum,
the most recent low top is not a divergence, right? Because it's not a new price high.
well, yeah, momentum confirmed the highs that you had in July on that original breakout.
Oh, okay, okay. I meant the most recent one in September. That's
Well,
not a
it's
top.
lower, so yeah, no divergence.
So it's still a buy, right? To get to,
Yeah, I mean
yeah,
the base, the breakout or the
yeah,
original
remember
breakout
35.
that you've got.
Yeah,
Yep,
34. Yeah,
yep.
exactly. Okay. BMY. Yeah. That's the funny thing. If I were to buy these, I need to short XBI because otherwise I get hit by the sector.
Yeah, BMY.
Bristol mine.
So this looks like it's going to continue the breakout that we talked about. So the triangles form neatly there. It looks like you go to 55.75 as the next target.
The catalyst is tomorrow. Okay, I see. That's awesome. That's BMY. Then let's go to the exciting ones. REGN. The large cap biotechs are all cranky now.
Yeah. Oh, we broke 50-day. I mean, interestingly, it didn't have a divergence into that
Yes,
peak.
though that was what killed it.
Yeah.
Killed me. I hated his name, but yeah.
200-day, the lows in July, the highs in February. Basically, 1,000 is some kind of support zone.
But would you buy at 1,000? I know it's a
Again,
support, but
yeah. I mean,
you need to
because it
form
doesn't
the
have a divergence. Well, you don't need to, right? Because you can manufacture a trade, right?
Yeah. Just buy there and see if it breaks,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
I mean, here there was a divergence. Here there wasn't a divergence, right? So divergence sort of gives you at least a bit more conviction that the momentum has slowed.
Exhausted.
But it doesn't always have to have that. So
Okay.
if you were looking at trading it, in what the chart does provide you is a very clear level that if you do break,
Mm,
you don't have divergence, you need to get out. And I mean, the other thing when I see things like this is I would typically suggest taking a smaller position rather than a full position because it's a lower quality setup, right?
yes. That's very helpful. That's very helpful. Yeah. And then Vertex and Gilead.
Yes, but if you're talking about really China driven commodities,
I mean, this is interesting because it looks like you breaking or trying to break support, but the RSI is higher.
Oh, yeah, this is the confusing signal, right?
Yeah.
So it is a divergence, right? You need
Yeah.
short a small
Yeah.
divergence.
Yeah. I mean,
Actually, if we like it fundamentally, we should get it, right? And then
Yeah.
use the line below as a support, right?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
441 being the 200-day and the highs from January.
It says no catalyst. Okay, got it. Then GILD.
I mean, no divergence here, but it is something you can manufacture as a short,
Short.
because you can use a close above 87 as a stop level.
Yeah, but that momentum seems to confirm this run, right? That's the
That's
crazy.
what I'm saying, that you don't have a divergence, but
Yeah.
like we looked at
Yeah, like
Vertex.
Amgen a few months ago, right? Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. Or even Vertex as is now to support, like, yes, you don't have a divergence, but you can have a small short here with the stop above 87, basically.
Mhm. That's perfect. Yeah. That's then BIIB and I'll drop Moderna now. BIIB. Where do you find that from?
Now,
Okay.
I thought I knew one of them on the other tab. I mean,
Yeah.
you do have a divergence still, and you do have the
Uh,
support zone at 187, 188.
okay, I should just get out of this. Okay, fine. Fine. Two new tickets, right? BNTX. Or it may be with Moderna, but yeah. This one got a new breath of life. Yeah. Let's check this. Was there anything that suggested the run? Yeah.
You did have the divergence, right?
At the bottom. Oh yeah. Oh my goodness.
So the divergence was there.
That was probably a 70%
Probably
move.
the other point would be this breaking above that high.
Yeah.
That was also the 200-day.
Oh shit.
I mean,
Okay.
momentum's confirming the high there. Like,
My goodness.
oh, I'm just trying to see if there's.
Without knowing what this guy does, it's actually positive, right? Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. That second line is a resistance, right?
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, you did move above it. Momentum confirmed the high, so it should move back into this trading range. I mean, it could trade back to 185, right?
Yeah, but there's nothing's in between, right? It can be 150.
No, I mean,
Yeah.
this was the setup to trade. It was the break above 92.
Wow.
It's obviously much more difficult now to have that kind of reversal pattern.
Yeah. Okay. As long as it's not gonna drop, especially now that it's found a near-term base, right? Okay.
Yeah.
SMMT. This is the culprit that caused this. Yeah.
Yes. So double
Yeah.
MT,
Yeah.
right?
T. It's called Summit. This is actually the US partner of Akiso. That's what triggered the whole
Right.
thing. Is it like the BioNTech? Oh, yeah, so confirm it, right? Yeah.
Confirm the highs.
They all look the same. Post-conference, they pull back. Then,
Then hooked up again, yeah.
yeah, but this one, well, I hooked up yesterday, but this is the more crazy one. But yeah. But this one is a shorter trading time frame to be
Yeah.
using. Okay, got it. So the breakout there, yeah.
I mean, so basically 12 to 14 is quite a big support area. I mean, even so, this spike didn't get a divergence. This one did,
Oh,
though. So this one did get a divergence. I'm just sort of,
yeah, to see
this looks
how
like
it respected. Yeah,
quite a difficult one to trade.
yeah.
It looks fairly liquid too.
You're right. This is
Yeah.
purely manipulated.
Yeah.
Okay, but no, I'm just looking at how this is going to trade because the BioNTech is going to be affected by that. Same
Right.
catalyst.
Yeah.
Okay, understood. Okay, then we're good. Then sorry, ISRG in the US. Yeah.
We still have the slowing upside. The lows on the 6th of September and the 50 days, your first sort of key support area. But that's a take profit at the very least.
My goodness, I'm long this one. Okay, SYK.
So you've got one more target level at 377 on this one. That's likely to set up a divergence. So not a lot of upside, but if you're long, try and get to the 377.
Okay, BSX. It will be just around here. Yeah, the thumb far left, second tab, far left. Yeah, that's all.
This is the first, and it's quite small, but it's the first divergence that you have
But
since that low in
this
July.
one has been so well loved that a divergence actually means just consolidation.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, divergence. Well, it had
Yeah.
a bit, it did break the 50-day there, but the prior one just went
Yeah.
sideways. But yeah, you're quite right.
Okay,
been
then
more
let's
of a-
not bother about this one. Okay, then BDX and ABT. They should be all around each other.
A very tight range still in effect. I mean, argument, if anything, is that you can trade to the top of the range.
Oh, this looks like it's going to trade to the top of the range, right? Okay, that's
Yep.
annoying. I better get out. Okay, ABT. Is that a divergence? The two peaks over the year.
So there was a divergence here, right? But this rally from here, the RSI still confirmed it. So you probably have another push towards that 119, 120 area.
Oh, to actually realize the divergence, right? Yeah.
Yep, yep.
Yeah. Okay, ABT. MDT. Medtronic.
So you did have divergence into this peak and you've seen hesitation. So you want to see a break below 87.67.
Oh, but this one is a short, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Top of
But
the
this
range.
was tricky. Was trying to break out. I think there's huge debate, right? I should look for it to be break below before I pile it on, right?
Yeah, yeah. So I think, breaking below 87.67 would reinforce that
very safe.
reversal. Yep.
Got it. EW. Oh, we just touched that, right? EW.
Yeah, I mean, it had the divergence, and I mean, interestingly, it's trying to hold now in a higher range, right? So yeah, breaking above 71.60, you can trade back to the 200 at 81.40.
Okay, I'll keep note of that. BAX. Baxter here. BAX. Okay, don't worry. This is not a priority name. Let's see DXCM. Back previous tab. Yeah, third one to the left. DXCM.
Oh, ideally,
Oh,
we're failing and you retest and then you get a divergence. So, back towards 62 becomes interesting again.
yes. Okay, let's hop. Pod, PODD, in the middle of the tab. That's the one.
Well, momentum is still confirmed the highs and this range
Wow.
will get you up to 27 on the upside.
That's surprising. Okay, INSP just to the left.
Basically, have slight upside momentum, 252's resistance, so it should cap the upside.
Oh, okay. Then a new ticker. I should have had it. A GEHC. I'm surprised it's not on this tab. This one, I got it wrong. Painful.
What it gives you now.
Yeah,
And
but we shot.
momentum's-
Oh, momentum confirms that?
Yeah,
You know why? It's China.
right.
Yeah, so get out of this, right? Yeah. Or let it test the limit again twice, right? The upper.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. Yeah, then TMO, TMODHR.
Yeah, I mean it's holding in there, right? So almost have to give benefit of doubt that you're holding the bottom end of the range
Yeah.
and the 50-day.
There's nothing to do here,
Nothing,
right?
yeah, nothing new. Yeah.
Yeah. DHR. Yeah, just to the right, yeah.
So it's another one that's holding the 50-day. It needs
Yeah.
to break above 281.
Okay. Then Agilent right beside it, A, single A, just to the right. Yeah.
Yep. So another sort of low conviction but trading range set up. You know, 125. The top end's a bit messy, but 150, 151.
Yeah. Okay, fine. There's nothing to do here, right? But the
No.
momentum is trending upward, strangely, right? Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'd argue that, you know, you've got some resistance at
Oh,
143 and momentum's actually made lower highs, right?
yeah. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, and IQVIA. Yeah. Actually, forget it. Let's go to UNH. It's the more important name. UNH. Where's UNH? I don't even see it.
Should be here.
Oh yeah, that is.
And this looks a bit more interesting in that you broke out of that range, you've come back to the top of the range, and you had a pretty good day yesterday as far as a reversal. But I mean, the bigger picture is this breakout's pretty significant, right?
Yes.
Now, momentum did slow down on this move, and why I highlight that is that, you know, potentially we're going to spend a bit more time consolidating here before you reset that momentum profile.
I see. But it would be a buy at the lower line, right? 552, 553. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Understood. CI and MCK. CI is not here. Yeah. Oh yeah, there it is.
Divergence, little double top there. So I failed at the top of the range. Break below the 50-day. I would reinforce the idea that you stay range bound, basically.
Oh, that's funny shot. Okay, that's helpful. Yeah. Okay. MCK. And then one ticker for ALGN. Yeah, MCK is just right. Yeah, it's right.
I mean, it's kept keeping this downtrend intact.
Oh my goodness.
So yeah, maybe it bounces from here, but there's no divergence that you're likely to have limited upside on a bounce.
Wow, I don't know what happened here. Okay, fine. Sorry, and then one I forgot one name. NBIX in the middle. So yeah, right below here. Yeah, to the right.
Right.
Yeah, NBIX. Yeah. Oh, I forgot these two important names. Yeah.
Starting to look like a divergence is developing here.
Oh, this is awesome. Yeah, but is it a divergence? Really?
Well, I mean, if you get follow through to, you get a bounce. Yeah, if you get follow through to the downside,
okay. Sorry. Give me one more name. VKTX, just to the right. For second one to the right.
So you still need to break above 70 to get to that 104 upside target.
Okay. But this one it looks like range bound for the time being, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, great. Thank you so much, Lawrence, for your insight today. I'll catch you on your team call tomorrow. Thank you. Take care. Bye-bye.